Saturn, who entered Pisces on March 7th, 2023 until May 2025, briefly returns one last time into Pisces on Monday, September the 1st, 2025 till February the 14th, 2026. This is our last chance for outmoded structures to dissolve, for meaningless rules to disappear, big organizations to collapse, and corruption to be exposed. On one hand, the themes of sickness, depression, and isolation could become obvious, but on the other, there is a sense of spiritual revival, and we are encouraged to give form to our dreams. What else can we expect? This is what we shall find out here today. Good morning, bonjour, Michelle Karen, astrologer shaman. Welcome to my channel dedicated to the practical uses of astrology to lead a better life. Saturn, a karmic planet in Pisces, a karmic sign, is one of the most confusing positions. Saturn and Pisces could not be further apart from each other. Saturn is all about discipline, structure, hard work, seriousness, maturity, practicality, realism, ambitions, status, duties, responsibilities, and obligations. Whereas Pisces flows with the flow, is geared towards dreams, intuition, sensitivity, compassion, mysticism, peace, beauty, the infinite, the magical, the intangible, the unseeable, and a reinvention of reality. During the last 2 years, there has been a very marked division in society. For those who have done their inner work, life became lighter and happier. But for those who led an exclusively material life from a place of ego, greed, selfishness, or corruption, things became harder and darker. Some could have lost touch with reality, leading to isolation, loneliness, even seclusion. Their struggles exacerbated by feelings of inferiority, undefined frustrations, a lack of courage, and a general failure to cope could have brought discouragement, hopelessness, depression, even despair. Lethargy, negativity, delusions of persecution, and paranoia became rampant. Those feelings of powerlessness could have made it difficult to deal effectively with the demands of the present. These people feeling they are in an emotional prison in a misguided attempt to regain control could just give in to existing conditions without trying to improve them, slipping into insanity or looking for salvation through illusionary pleasures. In this last ditch of Saturn and Pisces, we need to be careful to not be influenced by other people's thoughts or ideas, nor fall prey to feelings of inferiority, brooding, and hypersensitivity. It is important that we avoid taking things personally, and most of all, that we stop feeling sorry for ourselves. Being trapped in memories of the past, falling prey to regrets, only serve to destroy happiness, creativity, and usefulness, creating problems that don't really exist. We could find that people continue becoming sick with health issues that are difficult to diagnose. Nervous breakdowns are likely to occur, leading to hospital confinements or even mental institutions, of course, in very extreme cases. We may have to work harder to gain recognition and not maybe receive as much credit as would be justified by our efforts. Heavy duties and commitments could take some of our energy away. Ambitions are likely to be frustrated. Devious, secretive, underhanded tactics to obtain money, status, or any professional position is tempting, but deep-seated selfishness or eccentric tendency only bring agony. So not a good idea. The choice offered to us by Saturn in Pisces is very simple. Either we serve or we suffer. We may not even understand what we are trying to protect ourselves against. The real struggle may be just against ourselves. We may unconsciously become our own worst enemy. It is very important to find the keys to external problems within and discover our personal worth and abilities. In the middle of life's obstacles, only through an objective self-analysis can we find creative, constructive ways of moving forward. The last visit of Saturn in Pisces marks the end of a cycle. Strong karma is being worked out. Old structures are either dissolving or completely collapsing. Ambitions, activities, beliefs that once held meaning no longer do. Until we consolidate new values, we may feel lost in a sort of no man's land, discontent, confused, disoriented, and somewhat confined emotionally. But the good news is that solitude is forcing us to reflect on life in a detached manner, tap in our inner strength and resources, and develop our empathy, intuition, sensitivity, and flexibility. These next 5.5 months are all about compassion and loving detachment. After a period of waiting and introspection during which we are exploring the meaning of past experiences and releasing attachments that have become empty and lifeless, taking constructive action in the present helps us feel lighter and happier. Very real issues with water, especially drinking water, but also the state of the oceans and maritime life continues to be in the news. Developing realistic attitudes towards obstacles help us give a concrete form to our intuition and imagination, implement practical solutions to the challenges we encounter, and experience new approaches to life. Even if that means making some sacrifices and finding ourselves working quietly behind the scenes in maybe charitable organizations, it is important that we actively participate in the affairs of the world and make our voice be heard. But the most important aspect of this cycle is a deep recognition of the need to raise our frequency and truly evolve our self-confidence, not through the manipulation of our environment, but through the development of the spiritual side of our nature. More legal regulations regarding alternative therapies could be put into place. Humanity as a whole is starting to be awakened enough to realize the difference between true and false prophets, between reality and what passes as a reality. Mystical yearnings, introspection, inner contemplation, meditation, as well as any form of spiritual discipline come to the forefront. In some cases, there may even be an attraction to a sort of monastic lifestyle. The emphasis is on spiritual awareness, leading to deep realization, a complete renewal of faith, and peace of mind. No longer seeing ourselves as separate, we are becoming more aware of the unity of life through a real understanding that what we do to another, we are really doing to ourselves. Our fears are conquered by developing a heart, becoming sensitive to subtle metaphysical dimensions, committing to humanitarian activities, expressing our visionary talents, and focusing on the beauty and goodness of life. If you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Your comments are always appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to place a thumbs up and hit the little bell to be notified when I upload a new video every Thursday and sometimes another one during the week. Remember, as always, choose your battles, walk in beauty. Thank you for watching. Until next time.